There's a certain kind of person who finds more peace within four quiet walls than in the loud, restless world outside. Not because they dislike people and not because they're afraid of the world, but because something deeper inside them thrives in stillness. These individuals are often labeled as homebodies, but the truth is far richer, far more psychological, and far more misunderstood. This is the psychology of people who love staying at home. For many, home is not just a place. It's a psychological sanctuary, a controlled environment where the mind can breathe without interruption. Research in environmental psychology shows that our brains are constantly scanning for threats, noise, unpredictability, and social pressure. Outside, this mental workload increases. Inside the home, much of that noise disappears. For people who love solitude, their home isn't an escape from life. It's where their real life begins. They feel a sense of ownership over their time. Their energy isn't constantly pulled in different directions. They don't have to perform, adjust, or adapt. There's no pressure to smile, entertain, or respond. They are simply allowed to exist, and for certain personalities, this is a rare and powerful experience. Contrary to what many assume, preferring to stay home is not a sign of social weakness or avoidance. In fact, psychological studies suggest the opposite. One study published in the Journal of Personality found that people who prefer solitude score higher in internal self-awareness, emotional depth, creativity, and introspective intelligence. These are individuals who can sit with their own thoughts without needing distraction. They can observe themselves, reflect on their emotions, and maintain inner stability even in silence. The outside world calls it boring. Psychology calls it self-presence. Another misunderstood aspect is energy management. People who prefer staying at home aren't necessarily low energy. They are energy-selective. Extroverted environments drain them faster. Small talk exhausts their cognitive resources. Crowds overstimulate their senses. Their nervous system prefers calm, predictable, low-noise spaces, while others gain energy from social activity. These individuals recover energy through solitude. It isn't that they can't socialize, it's that they don't want to dilute their energy on interactions that feel shallow or forced. Instead, they save their emotional strength for meaningful conversations, deep relationships, and intentional experiences. There is also the reality of the inner world, a world these individuals experience more vividly than most psychologists note. That people with rich inner lives often think in images and stories, connect deeply with their past, question their identity and purpose, reflect intensely on small details, and create mental worlds that feel as real as the physical one. Home becomes the ideal environment for these mental journeys. It allows uninterrupted exploration of thought, creativity, and emotion. While others chase stimulation, these individuals chase understanding. They don't turn inward because they're avoiding life. They turn inward because their inner life is full. But perhaps the most interesting psychological factor is intentionality. People who love staying at home live with a level of consciousness that many overlook. They don't move with the crowd. They don't rush because others rush. They don't fear missing out because they aren't chasing the same things. They prefer fewer experiences but deeper ones, fewer friendships but stronger ones, fewer social obligations but ones filled with meaning. In a world obsessed with speed, they choose depth. In a society that values noise, they protect silence. In a culture that celebrates constant activity, they understand the power of stillness. This intentionality often leads to higher emotional resilience, self-understanding, personal values, decision clarity, and authenticity. Because when you spend time alone, you learn who you are without external influence. Home is where that clarity grows. But what about the criticism? What about the people who say you're missing out, or need to socialize more, or should get out of the house? This judgment usually comes from misunderstanding. Many believe happiness must be loud, visible, and shared publicly. But psychology reveals that fulfillment looks different for everyone. Social comfort is not one size fits all. For some, joy is found in a crowded room. For others, it's found in a quiet corner with soft light spilling across a page. The person who stays home isn't avoiding life. They're choosing their version of life. And that choice requires courage, especially in a world that pressures you to be constantly available, constantly social, constantly on display. There is also a psychological strength in solitude that is rarely acknowledged. Solitude builds emotional independence. It teaches you to be your own source of comfort, entertainment, and stability. It forces you to understand your patterns, triggers, and thoughts without the noise of others. People who love staying at home often develop stronger boundaries, clearer emotional needs, better self-regulation, deeper creativity, and richer introspection. These are not weaknesses, they're signs of internal maturity. Some may wonder, does preferring home mean one dislikes people? Not at all. In fact, individuals who enjoy solitude are often more empathetic, more observant, and more emotionally attuned. They may take longer to warm up, but when they connect deeply. They don't avoid relationships. They avoid superficial connections. Ultimately, the psychology of loving to stay home is a story of alignment. It's the alignment between your environment and your inner world, between your energy and your surroundings, between your pace and your identity. Home is the place where the mind stops running and starts listening, where creativity breathes, where the emotional landscape becomes visible, where peace feels natural, not earned. In a chaotic world, choosing solitude is not withdrawal. It is intention. It is authenticity. It is power. Your quiet is powerful because it belongs fully to you. If staying home brings you peace, depth, clarity, and inner strength, then listen to that instinct. In your quiet, you are not missing out. You are reconnecting with yourself. And that is one of the most profound psychological truths of all. If this video resonates with you, hit the like button and subscribe. Don't forget to share with family and friends. Thanks for staying with me till the end.